Hi everyone, I'm David Wojcik and this is MBOT TV. Stories we covered this week: Peel Regional Council moves closer to an independent Mississauga for COVID assessment. We talk macro trends and the next abnormal. We discuss how to succeed in uncertain times, and there's a new federal $20,000 loan available for SMEs. This portion of MBOT TV is brought to you by Nurse Next Door. How to succeed in business is an age-old question with a variety of answers. But how do you succeed in uncertain times? That's the question I had for Warren Coughlin.
Okay, what are we good at? Like, there's this question. People say, well, this is what we do. That's fine. But in doing that, what are the skills that allow you to do that? And where else can those skills be deployed? And when you can start answering those interesting questions, then new opportunities open up to you. So I've had 3 or 4 of those who've just done, I don't really love the word pivot, because pivots means abandoning what you did before. It's more like a transformation, right? So you retain what you were doing before, but you're adding on to it with new opportunities.
Many people talk about the next normal, but what if things never return to what normal was? Here's Ken Tenser with our Guru Gab segment of the week, talking about the next abnormal.
Thank you, Dave. It's been an incredible year, hasn't it? I've been an entrepreneur for 27 years. I've been through epidemics, endemics. I've had products hit by landslides, but I know that I've never been through anything like this. That's why I wanted to think about macro trends. So I went to my home office and I set up my white wall and I started writing down what I thought the key macro trends were going to be. And a macro trend is simply something that's going to unfold over a longer period of time. You know, aging of the population. We all know that the population is growing older. What's that going to do to our business? Digitization. The truth is, we had a plan to be fully digitized by 2021. And then the pandemic hit and we said, you know what? We're going to do this really quickly. And we did. We did it in 3.5 weeks. And that's why macro trends, thinking about these bigger issues, which actually come upon us pretty quickly, we all saw that this year, can impact us. Again, whether there's one of us or 1 million of us on our team. So what I would like you to do is, when you're doing your strategic plan, when you're thinking about what's next for your company, think about and change some of the ways you've done it from in the past. We need to think about it differently. We need to task our teams to think about the top 2 or 3 ideas and do scenario planning. What does that mean? Pretty simple. Don't put the plan on the shelf. Put your 2 or 3 strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats up on the wall and assign one to a team or a person you work with to really flesh it out, really think about what this means, what happens to our business. So engage your team, prioritize the top 3 or 4, and then strategize your business response to each of those. Really know what's going to happen or how you're going to act or react if these things happen to you. Back to you, Dave.
Would you like to save money on your employee benefits? The Chamber Plan can help.
The Chamber's plan now offers employee benefit programs with greater selection, higher coverage levels, and more value than ever before. Take another look and see why we're the choice of more small businesses than any other plan in Canada. The Chamber's plan. It's for your benefit.
And now for our lightning round with Brad Butt. Brad, are you all ready to go?
Yep, let's roll.
At the regional council meeting last week, Councillor Ross put forward a motion, a very interesting one. Tell us about it.
Well, she wanted the Region Appeal Council to give direction to the Medical Officer of Health to start looking at the 3 individual municipalities in the region, so Mississauga, Brampton, Caledon, separately as far as COVID case numbers are concerned, so that possibly Mississauga could be allowed to open, and let's say Brampton continue to close. A lot of people have been calling for this for a while, and now the regional council's adopted it.
Well, I'm sure that Caledon and Mississauga were on the same side. Brampton, maybe not so much. Anyways,
Very true.
The province changed its mind on on what was happening with Lcbo Deliveries. What was that flip-flop all about?
Well, there was an announcement last week that the LCBO is entering into a deal with Skip the Dishes to allow for delivery of alcohol beverages from the LCBO stores, I guess, to your home. The restaurants went nuts over that, because that is an area that they've been able to take advantage of because of some of the changes the province brought in. And so the Premier and Minister of Finance have told the LCBO to back down. So forget ordering through Skip the Dishes for your next bottle of wine.
What is happening with the vaccines? I know there's been news on the federal level, the provincial level. Everybody's excited and wanting to know what's going on.
Well, I mean, there's a big bone of contention between the federal government and many of the provinces over what the timing is going to be for the distribution of vaccines throughout Canada. It really depends who you talk to. We know that the United Kingdom and Russia have actually started already distributing vaccines and administering them. So time will tell, but the provinces have been told to be ready for December 15th to have their plans ready to go. And maybe in January, we'll start to see some vaccines.
CEBA expansion, I know that the federal government's been talking about this for a while. A little add-on to the $40,000 that's already there. What's happening?
So last week, they've opened the portal to allow for the Canada Emergency Business Account loan to be expanded. So there's an additional $20,000 now available, of which $10,000 is forgivable if we repay the loan by December of 2022. So I guess some additional good news for small business people who could use an extra $20,000 on top of the original $40,000 that was announced. So portal's open, apply away.
And I understand 10,000 of that is forgivable, which is extra good news as well. The rent subsidy is now open. How do people apply for it, and how much can they get?
Again, the Government of Canada has opened up the new Canada Emergency Rent Subsidy Program. This provides up to 65% of eligible rent costs and up to 90% in lockdown areas like the region of Peel. So yes, the portal is open. Like any program, there are strings attached, and not everybody's going to be happy with what's there, but it's a far better program than the previous one was. This one is also backdated into October. So again, I'd say get online, apply. Money is yours.
That's it for Lightning Round with Brad Butt. Brad, we'll see you next week.
Thanks, David.
And now for our upcoming events listing with Stephanie Giorgio. Stephanie.
Thanks, David. And here's what's coming up at your Mississauga Board of Trade. MBOT Award nominations are still open. Visit mbot.com/awards and nominate another business or nominate yourself. The Business Awards of Excellence event has been postponed to the spring of 2021. Award nominations are open until December 20th. Join us on January 12th for a fireside chat with President and CEO of Roche Canada, Ronnie Millen. On January 13th, Good Morning Mississauga is virtual. Join us and connect with Mississauga businesses. Don't forget to book a speaker spot. Where else can you make 100 cold calls in just 2 minutes? Back to you, David.
Thanks, Stephanie. If you have any questions about how to register for an event, increase awareness for your business, or have your company featured on MBOT TV, contact your membership services manager by calling 905-273-6151 and press 0 to get connected. Details about these stories and events are available at www.mbot.com. Until next week, this is David Wojcik wishing you continued success in your business.